What if I told you that the ultimate status symbol in 2024 isn't a brand new Lamborghini or the latest titanium smartphone, but a 20-year-old Toyota that refuses to die? We've spent decades being conditioned to believe that new equals better, and that our worth is tied to the price tag of our newest acquisition. But a quiet revolution is bubbling up beneath the surface of your social media feed. It's called the anti-flex movement, and it's completely flipping the script on what it means to be successful. Instead of flaunting debt-fueled luxury, people are now bragging about the items that have stood the test of time, celebrating utility over vanity. Are you ready to see why the most influential people are now showing off their oldest possessions? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving deep into the psychology and the lifestyle of the anti-flex movement. This isn't just about being cheap or refusing to buy things, it's a fundamental shift in our financial mindset. We're going to look at how influencers are swapping out the unboxing videos for long-term review videos of products they've owned for a decade. By the end of this video, you'll understand why durability is the new luxury and how adopting this mindset can lead to a more sustainable, debt-free life. Let's explore the beauty of things that last and the power of resisting the upgrade cycle. To understand the anti-flex movement, we first have to look at the flex culture that preceded it. For the last decade, social media has been dominated by a hyper-consumerist aesthetic. We've been bombarded with images of private jets, designer hauls, and the constant pressure to have the latest version of everything. This culture created a treadmill of perpetual dissatisfaction, where the moment you bought something, it was already becoming obsolete. The flex was about proving you had the capital to keep up with the rapid pace of change. But that pace is exhausting, and for many, it's led to financial ruin and a profound sense of emptiness. The anti-flex movement is the natural immune response to this exhaustion. It started in small corners of the internet, communities dedicated to buy-it-for-life products and minimalist living. These individuals began sharing photos of their 10-year-old boots, their 20-year-old kitchen mixers, and their aging but reliable vehicles. The goal wasn't to show how much they could buy, but how little they needed to buy. They found pride in the patina of a leather bag and the reliability of an old tool. This shift marks a return to valuing craftsmanship and engineering over branding and marketing hype. One of the core pillars of this movement is the celebration of planned durability over planned obsolescence. In our modern economy, many products are designed to fail or become aesthetically dated within a few years. This forces the consumer back into the marketplace. The anti-flexer identifies these traps and avoids them. They seek out items built with modularity and repairability in mind. When an influencer shows off a phone they've used for 6 years, they aren't saying they can't afford a new one. They are demonstrating a mastery over their impulses and a respect for the resources that went into making that device. Let's talk about the old car flex. In traditional social media, a car is a status symbol meant to scream, "I have arrived." In the anti-flex world, a car is a tool meant to scream, "I am smart with my money." We're seeing a surge in influencers proudly detailing their 2005 Volvos or their 1990s Hondas. They highlight the ease of maintenance, the lack of a monthly payment, and the freedom that comes from not worrying about a door ding in a parking lot. This isn't just about saving money. It's about the psychological liberation from caring about what the person in the next lane thinks of your ride. Clothing is another major battleground for the anti-flex movement. Fast fashion has turned our wardrobes into disposable assets, with items designed to last only a few washes. Anti-flexers counter this by investing in heritage pieces. Think heavy denim, wool sweaters, and Goodyear welted shoes. These items often look better at year 5 than they did at day 1. Influencers are now posting outfit of the day videos, where every piece is over 5 years old. They celebrate the history of the garment, the hike they took in that jacket, the rainy days those boots survived. It's a story-driven way of dressing. The movement is also deeply tied to the right to repair. For too long, companies have made it impossible for users to fix their own gadgets. The anti-flex movement aligns with the hobbyists and activists who believe that if you can't open it, you don't own it. We see influencers teaching their audiences how to replace a battery, sew a button, or oil a piece of machinery. This creates a sense of agency. Instead of being a passive consumer who just waits for the next version, you become a steward of your possessions. This hands-on approach builds a deeper connection to the items we use daily. Psychologically, the anti-flex movement is about reducing decision fatigue and status anxiety. When you stop trying to keep up with the Joneses, a massive mental weight is lifted. You no longer have to spend hours researching the latest specs or scrolling through fashion blogs to stay relevant. Your style is defined by what works and what lasts. This mental clarity allows for more focus on things that actually matter, like relationships, skills, and personal growth. It turns out that the secret to happiness isn't having the best stuff, but being content with the stuff you already have. Financially, the impact of the anti-flex mindset is staggering. Think about the thousands of dollars saved every year by skipping the annual phone upgrade, the biannual car lease, or the seasonal wardrobe refresh. That money doesn't just disappear. It goes into investments, savings, or experiences. Influencers are now showing their bank balances and brokerage accounts as the real flex. They are proving that true wealth is invisible. It's the ability to say no to a job you hate because you have a 2-year emergency fund, rather than being trapped by a mountain of high-interest debt. But wait, is this just another form of elitism? Critics argue that buying high-quality, buy-it-for-life items requires a significant upfront investment that not everyone can afford. While it's true that a $300 pair of boots is a hurdle, the anti-flex movement is more about the spirit of the purchase rather than the price. It's about buying the best you can afford and making it last. It's also about the thriving secondhand market. Influencers are showing how to find high-quality vintage items at thrift stores for pennies on the dollar. The flex is the find, not the price paid. Let's look at some real-world examples. Take the pans that last trend. Instead of buying a new non-stick pan every 2 years when the coating flakes off, people are showing off their grandmother's cast iron skillet. It's heavy, it's indestructible, and with a bit of oil and heat, it gets better with age. When an influencer cooks a meal in a 50-year-old pan, they are signaling a connection to the past and a commitment to a sustainable future. It's functional art. It's a protest against the throwaway culture that treats our kitchens like landfills. The movement is gaining traction because it feels authentic. In a digital world of filters and AI-generated influencers, something that is old, scarred, and functional feels real. A phone with a scratched back but a perfectly functioning camera tells a story of years of use. A jacket with a patch on the elbow shows a life lived, not just a life displayed. People are craving this authenticity. They are tired of the polished, perfect lifestyle photos. They want to see the gear that actually survives the daily grind. They want to see what real looks like after 5 years of hard work. Environmental sustainability is a huge driver here as well. The most eco-friendly product is the one you already own. By refusing to participate in the constant upgrade cycle, anti-flexers are significantly reducing their carbon footprint. They are keeping electronics out of e-waste centers and keeping textiles out of incinerators. The movement proves that you don't need to buy green-labeled new products to be an environmentalist. You just need to stop buying things you don't need. It's the ultimate form of reduce and reuse that bypasses the marketing fluff of corporate sustainability. We're also seeing this in the world of technology. The dumb phone, or vintage tech, movement is a subset of anti-flexing. Some are switching back to older flip phones or simply keeping their 2018 smartphones indefinitely. They are rejecting the AI everything and camera wars hype. They find that an older phone still does 95% of what they need: calls, texts, and navigation. By opting out of the tech arms race, they reclaim their time from addictive new features and save thousands of dollars over a decade. It's a statement that their time and attention are more valuable than a slightly faster processor. The anti-flex influencer is a new breed of creator. Instead of showing you what to buy, they show you how to maintain. They produce tutorials on leather care, basic engine maintenance, and how to spot quality stitching in a thrift store. Their brand deals are often with companies that offer lifetime warranties or sell repair parts. This creates a much more trust-based relationship with their audience. When they do recommend something, you know it's because it's actually built to last, not because they're getting a commission on a trending item that will be forgotten by next month. One interesting aspect is the patina pride. In flex culture, a scratch on your luxury car or a scuff on your designer bag is a disaster. In anti-flex culture, that scratch is a badge of honor. It's evidence of utility. Influencers are sharing close-ups of the wear and tear on their gear, explaining how it happened. This shifts the focus from the object's market value to its sentimental and functional value. It encourages us to actually use our things, rather than treating them like museum pieces that we are afraid to touch. Life is messy, and our possessions should reflect that. This movement is also a form of social rebellion. For years, we've been told that we need to look a certain way to be respected. The anti-flexer says, I am confident enough in my skills and my character that I don't need a $2,000 watch to prove my worth. It's a high-level confidence play. It's the billionaire in a plain gray t-shirt and 10-year-old jeans. By removing the external signifiers of wealth, you force people to judge you on your ideas, your actions, and your personality. It's a powerful way to filter your social circle, to find people who value you, not your stuff. Let's talk about the utility aesthetic. This movement has birthed a new style that emphasizes function. Workwear, military-inspired gear, and classic outdoor equipment are the staples. These are styles that don't go out of fashion because they were never in fashion for their looks alone. They were designed for a job. A chore coat from the 1940s looks just as good today as it did then. By sticking to these timeless, functional designs, the anti-flexer builds a wardrobe that is immune to the winds of the fashion industry. It's a permanent style that only gets better with time. How do you start your own anti-flex journey? The first step is the pause. Before your next purchase, ask yourself, is this an upgrade or just a change? Will I still be using this in 5 years? If the answer is no, walk away. Start by looking at what you already own. Can that old laptop be sped up with a new SSD and more RAM? Can those boots be resold by a local cobbler? Can that faded jacket be dyed back to its original color? The anti-flex journey starts in your own closet and garage, rediscovering the potential of the things you've already committed to. Another key step is quality research. Instead of looking at top 10 lists on tech blogs, look at forums where people discuss long-term durability. Look for terms like full-grain leather, all-metal gears, or user-replaceable batteries. Buy the version that is slightly older but known for being a tank. The secondhand market is your best friend here. You can often find professional-grade tools and appliances from 20 years ago that outperform the smart versions of today. It takes a bit more effort to find these items, but the payoff and longevity is worth every minute of research. The movement also embraces the beauty of the boring. Many of the most functional and durable items aren't flashy. They are the plain white cotton t-shirts that are thick enough to last, the simple black coffee mug that doesn't chip, the rugged plastic storage bins. Anti-flexers find a weird kind of joy in these reliable, unpretentious objects. When your life is supported by things that just work without demanding attention, you have more energy to be creative and present. There is a profound elegance in a tool that performs its function perfectly and then disappears from your mind. We are also seeing the anti-flex movement influence home design. Instead of fast furniture that falls apart after one move, people are seeking out solid wood pieces, often secondhand. They are opting for materials like stone, brick, and real linoleum that wear in rather than wearing out. The anti-flex home isn't a showroom, it's a living space. It celebrates the scuffs on the floor and the rings on the wooden table as signs of a home well lived in. It's an environment that feels grounded and permanent, providing a sanctuary from the fast-paced, disposable world outside. What about the social part of the anti-flex movement? It's creating new communities. There are repair cafes popping up in cities where people gather to help each other fix broken items. There are online groups where people trade tips on how to maintain specific models of old cars or appliances. This social aspect turns consumption from a competitive sport into a collaborative effort. It builds local resilience and connects people across generations, as older folks share their how-to-fix-it wisdom with younger generations. It's a beautiful way to rebuild the social fabric. The anti-flex mindset also changes how we view gifts. Instead of giving the hottest new gadget that will be in a drawer in 6 months, anti-flexers give legacy gifts. They give high-quality kitchen knives, a well-made fountain pen, or a durable wool blanket. These are gifts that the recipient might still be using in 30 years. It's a way of saying, I value you, and I want to give you something that will be a reliable part of your life for a long time. It's a more thoughtful, less commercialized way of showing affection that emphasizes lasting value over temporary excitement. As we move further into this decade, the anti-flex movement is likely to go mainstream. Economic pressures, environmental concerns, and a general status fatigue are all pushing us in this direction. Companies are already starting to notice. We're seeing a rise in certified pre-owned programs and lifetime warranty marketing. But the true power of the movement remains with the individual. It's the personal choice to step off the treadmill. It's the decision to find contentment in the old, the reliable, and the functional. It's about being the master of your possessions, not their servant. Imagine the financial freedom you could achieve if you never felt the need to flex again. Imagine the time you would gain back. The anti-flex movement isn't a sacrifice. It's an upgrade to your quality of life. It's trading the fleeting high of a new purchase for the deep, lasting satisfaction of reliability. It's about building a life that is anti-fragile, one that isn't shaken by the latest trends or economic shifts. When your happiness isn't tied to what you buy, you're truly free. You become the owner of your life rather than a consumer of it. So take a look around you today. What do you own that has stood by you for years? What is that one item that never lets you down, even if it isn't the prettiest or the newest? Celebrate that item. Share it with others. Start your own anti-flex. By doing so, you're not just saving money, you're helping to change the culture. You're proving that there is a better, more sustainable way to live. You're showing that the things we own should serve us, not define us. And that is a flex that actually means something. The anti-flex movement is more than a trend. It's a return to sanity. It's a realization that our worth isn't calculated by an algorithm or a price tag. It's measured by our character, our resilience, and the quality of our lives. As we wrap up today's exploration, I hope you feel inspired to look at your possessions through a different lens. Seek out the durable, cherish the functional, and ignore the hype. The most valuable thing you can own is your own sense of contentment. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the heart of the anti-flex revolution. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the anti-flex movement and want to learn more about changing your financial mindset, don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates. We have plenty of content coming up on how to live a high-quality, low-consumption life. Leave a comment below telling us about your oldest, most functional possession. We'd love to hear your stories of durability. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Stay smart, stay functional, and stay free.